What's going on, everybody?
Hello. Doing great. How about you?
Excellent. Hey, Eileen. Who we got out there? I see a few faces. Who we got and where are you guys at?
Norma Fields, Rikers, Arkansas.
Excellent. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Who else is out there?
Hi, this is Jessica.
Somebody's
Hey,
key over
Jessica.
here too.
Hey, Brad.
Morgan.
From Colorado.
Hey, Steve. How are you?
Doing wonderful, my friend.
Excellent. Hey, Marilee.
Sherry McDonald from Colorado.
Hey, Sherry. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great.
Excellent.
Diane Tabler, Virginia.
Feeling the pressure. Excellent.
Hey, Vern Weisberg.
Happy New Year, everybody.
And to you and yours.
That's crazy. Here we go. All right, 2019. It's awesome.
Jennifer Brown from Victoria, BC.
Nice. Welcome, Canada.
Mike Stevens. It's the supplemental place.
Who else we got out there? I
got Vern Weisberg from Falmouth, Maine.
Hey, nice. Do you have any Hawaiians out there?
Sherry Farrell.
Carrie Burrows, Fort Lane, Idaho.
Okay, guys, want to give it just a couple or give it about,
What?
give it about 30 seconds?
I don't know, but I'm on a phone call, so don't ask me any questions right
Justin,
now.
Texas, Casper, Wyoming. Yeah, I think we're 10 years above caveman.
Okay. All right, guys. So we're gonna get started in just a second. Okay.
So this is radical damage.
So I'm gonna mute everybody, and then we're gonna get rocking and rolling. Okay. Otherwise, it's gonna get real noisy.
And gene expression. So it's biohacking your body. What it's doing is doctors spend their lives trying to figure out the aging process. There's many godly and stuff out there. Anything from 1,000 apples.
It's Dr. Brimhall.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're gonna mute everybody here. I'm gonna start recording, then we're gonna get going. Okay. So let me hit that. Okay, we're ready. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to start going. All right, everybody. Welcome to the call. Super excited to have you on board. Great 2019, excited to kind of kick this off. I'm Dr. Brett Brimhall. We have people from all over the country and actually other countries on this call. I've been involved with Lifevantage now just right at 4 years. I got introduced to this through an individual I was taking care of. Her mom and her son brought her son to me. Her name is Carrie Williams, and you guys know her. And she brought her son to me to help kind of work with him. He was diagnosed with autism. And after working with him every week for a year, we saw very small incremental changes. Then when he started the Axial product, which his mom introduced to him, he had an over 50% improvement in a matter of a week. I spent the last 25 years teaching, training physicians all over Canada, Europe, and the United States on health and nutrition. I had never seen a child or any individual make that drastic a change after watching him struggle just with behavior and learning so much and doing 35 hours of therapy on top of that. So I started using the product in my practice and with people I've been taking care of for some 15 plus years and seeing them have results beyond what I was get a lot. And so I'm going to share a few of those stories tonight, but I'm excited to share with you what I've seen and where I think this is going and what we have our hands on. And so we're going to talk about this concept of biohacking. I'm going to make sure you're muted here real quick because I'm hearing some people. All right. And I'm going to talk about this concept of biohacking. Most people don't know what it is, but it's a very, very unique concept. Okay. long as my computer lets me do this. Technology is fun for us. All right. So what I want you to realize is that everything that we've been a part of, we thought we knew was different. And so I started a journey in network marketing 4 years ago, and I never had any prior experience with it other than what people had told me. But what I've learned is that every industry is changing. The way we get from one place to another with Uber, the way we stay in places, how we communicate with people, and how we get products into our house. Everything has changed. I'm grateful that this is network marketing because there's so many people that would not have the option to have what I've seen happen over the last 4 years, was it not this way. And so I'm going to introduce you to this concept. It's called nutrigenomics. I sat in the room today with a lady. She'd been the last 4 years struggle with these headaches that have been going on. And she's like, I feel like here at your office is that people know me better in the last 2 days than other physicians worked with me for 10 years. And I sat down and explained to her some of the things going on. And she now has hope where she had none before, and they couldn't name or blame what was going on with her. So we're going to introduce you to a concept. The concept is this: your body can heal itself. We can tap into that power through a process called nutrigenomics. And it's just that how in which nutrition affects and ties into affects genes. So what if you had a way of allowing your body to optimize itself through very specific switches? That's what we have our hands on. This industry is giant. It'll affect every industry in the healthcare field, from how we prescribe medications to what nutrition we recommend, even what diets we recommend. It's a key thing to do, because what's happened is I'm seeing people, younger and younger individuals, with conditions that don't typically happen until much later in life. I'm seeing more conditions related to autoimmune conditions where your body's attacking itself, and we call that being hijacked. I don't think that anybody wants to be hijacked on the highway, their finances, or with their bodies. So hijacked is literally having something taking over for a destructive person. We can be hijacked physically, emotionally, biochemically, through toxins, the environment that's around us, and the people we surround ourselves with. This concept of biohacking is the word that's been tied to taking back control of your biology. So, for instance, my mom, she was 60 when she passed. Right, her mom lived to 97. Her dad lived until he was 93. So genetically speaking, she should have lived well into her 90s. She's the youngest of 10 kids. None of those 10 kids had lived past the age of the early 80s. How is that possible in the day and age in which we lived? Well, we now know because environmental pollutants that her family was exposed to, their genetics have been they've been hijacked to where their body's not able to manifest the full potential which we have. So what we're going to touch base on here is this concept of biohacking, how in which you can take advantage of it today to get the absolute most out of your body in not only performance, but in healing. Now we're going to start off by watching this ABC Investigative Prime video, because this is the beginning of the concept that our bodies, if we knew what to do, if we could turn on the right switches, your body can heal and repair itself. So when you watch this video, some of you have been invited to this call, this webinar tonight, because someone cared about you enough to introduce you to a product that could be life-changing for you and your family. Being able to get well where you haven't been able to get well. And we're going to introduce some key products that may be part of that process. For those usually introduced to this because someone called you about the business potential of this. One thing I've learned in the last 4 years a lot is there's so many people out there struggling financially, which drives the health crisis. And so for those of you that are invited for the purpose of understanding the financial impact that this could have on you and your family, hang tight, we'll talk about both. So when you watch this video, you want to keep two things in mind. One, if what we're seeing is really real, and these products have the potential to do what this video shows us, and we touch base on that, who do you know that this might help, whether it's you or a loved one? I've invited several people specifically to this call because I want them to take the benefit of the product because of what I've seen happen, and I may never see them as patients because they live miles and miles away from me. But there's also people I invite this call that I'd love to do business with. I'd love to help them build a business for their family and so we can help impact a lot of lives, but also create income for our families for the future. So when you watch the video, take those two things in mind. Who needs this product? And if there's a business opportunity, are you interested in it? And what does that look like? Just know this is a brand new industry. So when you watch that video, keep those two things in mind. And I would encourage you to keep a list of the people, of the names that you think about as we go through this, because they're individuals that are popping in for a reason and they need to know this information. So here we go.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock with just a few pills? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science.
What comes next after S? What is this? Mom, what comes after F? F, A, sound. Then what? Then what? Fan. You need to work on your lowercase. There we go. We got to get lowercase now, though.
Hi, Jen. Hi, Jessica.
Hi, everybody. Dr.
Okay.
Brett is working on
Hold on.
getting working right now.
Can you guys,
Okay.
can you guys hear me at all or no?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, so I'm gonna try to share my screen. Let me know if this works. If it doesn't, then I'll have to do something different.
Okay.
Can you guys see that?
Yes.
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 All right, well, I don't know what happened. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna bypass the video in case that glitched. It worked early when I did it. So, but everybody can see that?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, well, that was fun. Let me, okay, all right. So hopefully we're back online. I'm gonna share this screen again, and hopefully we won't have that happen again.
Possibility, a potential breakthrough. As
All right, okay, can you guys see that?
Yes.
Okay, all right, perfect. Thank you, Stephen. All right, so here we go, guys. I'm going to bypass that video because I don't know if that's what did it or not, and hopefully we're good to go again. So let me recap something for you. I kind of mentioned to you guys that 25 years ago, I began my, well, really 40 plus years ago, I began my journey in medicine. My dad was going to be a dentist, became a chiropractor. And so my life has been around medicine in one way, shape, or form. And so when I saw Luke, this little boy, have this massive changes in his health, it shifted in my mind that there's something obviously very fundamentally different about how these products were made. That opened me up to start utilizing these products, which I'll touch base on some of you can see right here, to try to really understand why did we have a child that was doing 35 hours of therapy, taking phenomenal amounts of vitamins and minerals, and all of a sudden, he had a 50% improvement in a matter of 11 days after doing a drink that was designed to help brain fatigue. Well, the reason is that these products are made differently because we're not trying to be a better vitamin E or better vitamin C. We're literally turning on the gene switches. So when these products are made and tested, they're designed to activate key mechanisms inside your body so it can and will repair. The unique thing about the human body is we don't have to tell it what to do. It just wants to have things get out of its way so it can heal itself. But over time and just different things that have happened, environmental influences, it's not happening like it should. So when you look at these products here, you'll see Protandim, Nerf 1 and Nerf 2. You'll see a skin care, a pet care, energy drink, and weight loss. There's also a hair care system now. We're tying in to this, the ability of the body to heal and repair. So when that ABC investigative report aired, if you want to go to biohackingyourbody.com and watch that, please do. That began the concept of, you know what, it matters not only what you put in the products, but it matters the ratios that you put in the effect you have. We all have keys to our cars. We all have keys to our houses. And you know what? If you don't have the right key, you don't open the door. So in our bodies, there's these key mechanisms that are unique to humans and they're unique to mammals. And if we now know what they are, we know that you can activate them to help the body heal and repair faster. I'm going to touch base on a few of these products and how they work and the impact they might have on you and your family. So this is Protandim. What it is, it's a product that, in combination of those 5 natural ingredients, it reduces the oxidative stress in your cells by an average of 40% in 30 days. What that means is that inside your cells, that your body's designed to heal. But why do some people heal faster or slower than others? Because these mechanisms that allow the body to repair are working more efficiently. What we knew, and then that ABC investigative report you saw, across the board, it lowered the stress level inside the cell by an average of 40% in 30 days. So imagine if your cells were healing 40% faster, all trillion plus of them, what might the body repair that it has to eventually what it might want to? So what we know now from the studies, that was aired in 2005. There's been over 20 plus published studies on what's called PubMed.gov, which is the National Institutes of Health website for research, and it shows the validity of what we have our hands on. And guys, that doesn't happen. Of all 200 plus products I've been a part of helping create with my dad, none of those have any published studies because they're so expensive to publish, right? But I also can't say this product is going to take and help your cells repair 40% faster. You can't say that unless it really happens. That's a phenomenal claim. So oxidative stress, just so you guys know what it is, it's aging. So the question is, do you want to age fast or slow? So when your cells age, if it's a brain cell, your brain's not going to perform as well. So you might not think as clear, you might feel more tired, you might feel more down, you might feel more lonely, okay? You might feel more irritable or anxious. Well, what if it's your muscle cell? You might hurt more, you might not recover as fast. What if it's your joint? You're going to have more pain or stiffness in it. Okay, what if that's your cardiovascular system? One of the studies done by American Heart Association showed that reduced fibrosis, right? So allow the vessels to be more healthy. That's what this is doing. So oxidative stress relates to hundreds of illnesses. We all have it. And the cool thing about this, I'm not trying to be condition specific. If you're a human or you're a mammal, this is going to reduce that oxidative stress. I don't know of anything on the planet that does this like it does. And also it doesn't have the research like this does. So when I can confidently give this to an individual or me and my family, I can take that. I know I'm helping my body handle the stressors that deal with it every single day. There's a study, it was a 10-year study, showed that it extend the lifespan in mammals by an average of 7%. What that means is 5 good human years. So again, a product that's shown to extend the lifespan, that's the National Institutes of Aging. Those studies are being done by universities not tied to the company that's made it. So you can go online, check out these research places from all over the country and world. They're doing studies on NRF2. So the switch that this controls is called NRF2. It's a protein switch. So science has tried to understand, hey, what switch do we have to activate to do different things? There's crazy amounts of studies on this, but the end result is you don't have to guess if the Protandim is going to work, because it works in all mammals, right? So if you're a mammal and you take this, we know that it reduces that stress level inside the cell by an average 40% in 30 days. So if you walk in the store of Sprouts or anywhere else or Whole Foods or wherever you go and you say, hey, I'm going to go get a vitamin, you're going to see 15 to 40 vitamin Ds. Which one are you going to take and why? Are they all the same? Are they all the same price? Absolutely not. And do any of them have research? No. So we're not talking about the studies on the ingredients on Protandim. We're talking about studies about actually on Protandim, the effect that it has. So go look at that and see what you find. Okay. There have been all sorts of studies on this. There's multiple patents to protect this, which I love. It's been featured on NBC, Wall Street Journal, and Today Show. What this concept of nutrigenomics opened up is, hey, if there's a NRF2 switch, if there's this switch in our body that controls the body's ability to repair through oxidative stress, are there other switches that we can control, right? There's another one called NRF1. NRF1 is the switch that controls your mitochondria. So your mitochondria will help your body make energy. What's it made of? It's made of 5 natural ingredients combined in specific ratios to cause the body to help your body make more energy and to help your body make new powerhouses of the cell, which are called mitochondria. So you hear a concept over and over when I say talking about this is that what we're doing is not becoming a better alpha lipoic acid or better coenzyme Q10 or a better grapeseed extract. We're specifically talking about if we combine these in a specific ratio, we get a specific effect inside the cell. No matter what you take, it's not saying what you take, it's what your body does with what you take. So if you have the right combination of nutrients and you put that inside the body, that activates the body to do certain things, all right? So with Protandim, if you're doing that in NRF2, you're activating the body's internal mechanism to heal and repair faster, where that's the healing, where the healing has to take place. The same thing with NRF1, it's turned by the cellular energy. What happens to a cell if it can't make energy or it can't repair? It dies or it changes. That changes is called a mutation. So there's so many studies now linking mitochondrial dysfunction to other mutations and stuff in cells because the cell can't make the energy, so it changes to adapt. So these are key things going on in current research showing that what Lifevantage is doing, they're creating products to activate these gene switches well before anybody else. But we're to be able to publish those studies and show that it really works. We're not having to guess for our families. Because with my mom, guys, the things that were going on with her, that stuff that affected her was years and years ago. So my family genetics are the same as hers. The environment hasn't gotten better. So what are you doing, or what can you do to handle the environment you're dealing with, both the physical environment, the chemical environment, and the stress environment you're part of? We now have tools that are not only effective, but proven to help combat those stresses, to activate our body's natural ability to heal and repair. Phenomenal. The company's made a product called Physique, and it ties into Physique, which is called smart weight loss. And I'll talk on that in a second, but there's a product called ProBio. Love it. It's one of my wife's favorite, my wife's favorite product of all time because of how it regulates the bowel function, how it regulates the immune system. So I can't tell you how often I see people that come into my office and they're struggling because their body's attacking itself. The ProBio that Lifevantage made is a probiotic in a time-release capsule combined with a product called WellImmune. What that means is that the probiotic designed this way is 15 times more effective because it gets everywhere it should, because it's not broken down by the stomach acid, and it has that WellImmune in it, which normalizes the immune response. So we don't want the immune system too high and we don't want it too low. It's kind of like the porridge, right? We don't want the hot porridge too hot or too cold. We want it just right. Your immune system has to identify foreign substances and recognize yourself. If it does that, you'll heal and repair from things that you're exposed to and not attack yourself. Happens all the time. So with this technology, again, going back to technology, we can now get more from what we're doing with specific study nutrients to help balance our immune response. Phenomenal difference. Omegas. Who needs omegas? If you're a human and you have cells and you want to keep your hormone and brains happy, you have to have omega-3s. The omega-3s, the omega plus from Lifevantage, very specific in what it does. The ratios of omega-3s and the omega-7s are there, rich in EPA and DHA and with vitamin D. So what that does is it allows your body to have the right components to build good hormones, to have the vitamin D, and to help with the metabolism, all in one package. Which the phenomenal thing about that I just love is it's sustainable, and we know it's fresh. So we can trace these products back to the boat that it came from and the ocean where it was caught. So we don't have to guess if it's pure at all. It's guaranteed for that, and I love that. What you'll find is the company has made it convenient. I really sat next to this lady today, and she's like, I just don't know what to take. And I don't like opening a bottle. And I said, you know what? I showed her this packet. This is what me and all my family do. We take this Vitality Stack, right, every single day. And in the morning, I get up, I hand each of them a little packet thing, and everyone take it. I love that for 2 reasons. One, it's super quick and fast for me. I'm getting able to address 95% of the problems that people are going to be exposed to in an instant. And I can also tell which one didn't take it, because if I come back tonight and I go home and there's a packet still sitting there, I know where the kid sits. I know which one it was. So it's beautiful. I love that. But here's what I want you to kind of boil this down in. If you could, optimize your child or yourself's ability to handle and the environment and be the best that it could, would you? Because right now we know that whether you know this or not, you're being bombarded by pollutants. You have tons of stress in your life. You're being exposed to stuff you don't even want to know about in your food, your air, and your water. So what are you currently doing to counteract that? What can you give your family and friends to do to counteract that? So what I love about this Vitality stack is just this. The Nerve 2 Pro Tandem is helping your body control aging by reducing the insults that are happening every single day to every single cell. So with the mitochondria, you're helping your body make more energy and more effective energy every single day. If you're keeping your gut and your immune system healthy. And with the fatty acids, you're keeping your brain and your eyes and your hormones happy. So if you want to be able to have your body's cells repair, if you want your body cells to make energy, you want your body to make good hormones, skin and eye, then you want your body's immune system and digestive system to work effectively, you take the Vitality stack. It's simple, it's easy, convenient, and you're covering all your bases. I love that. Okay. The Axio is, to me, the icing on the top. And to me, for some people, it's the key thing that they need to do. Axio, I think, is way underutilized for people. So this was the product that got the little boy to have his life open up. So he was doing tons of therapy. He was taking tons of vitamins. He was doing 35 hours of therapy a week. He started the Axio, all of a sudden the switches started coming on. So what this does, guys, it's literally allows your brain to communicate and coordinate like it should. So it's truly liquid brain food. It allows your brain to fire on all cylinders so you can get more done and stay more focused. The key on this, when I flew to South Dakota, met the scientist that developed this, he said that people are tired not so much because they're physically tired, because they're mentally tired. Most of us have mental tasks that we deal with every single day. We now have an answer to have smart energy through Axio to activate those switches. And it works that simple. You put it in some water, you drink it, and you go. But the effects are absolutely cumulative. The effects of stress are cumulative. The effects of the right nutrients are cumulative. So the better the brain works, so looking at this little boy and telling you, the effects his brain has had now compared to where it was 4 years ago are drastically different, getting A's in all of his classes. Whereas before, he was in a school, right, where he struggled with behavior and learning, to where now he's fully functioning. There's a lady on the call tonight. Her daughter, I've worked with since she was tiny. You know, one of her biggest concerns was that what would she do when she passed away? Her daughter now was also diagnosed with autism. Her daughter now has started college. This does not cure, treat, or prevent anything, including autism. But what's happened, I've watched this little girl after I've worked with her for 15 years. I'm now seeing her do things we never thought was possible because her brain is performing in a way that we didn't know it could. We knew that it had the ability, we just didn't know how to turn those switches on. And now the combination of those, the Vitality stack and the Axio, literally she's taking, probably at least over 2/3 less supplements than she ever has, and seeing way more benefit because we're not guessing about what it's doing. Okay. The company also has a weight management system, and I love that it's a weight management because it's truly about helping the body burn fat and build it back with muscle, right? And it's a combination of 4 products. Protein shakes, so you replace the fat with muscle. A fat burn, so helps your body burn the abdominal fat, and you can see this picture of this individual and the changes he's had. A probiotic, because you heal the gut and normalize the immune response, tied with the cleanse. So you get the digestive system working like it should. Phenomenal changes that you see in people, and what's going on in people's life right now. They are looking for solutions to better health and vitality, and they're confused by what to do. The system is simple, it's effective, and it's affordable. So they're a true science system. So one of the studies that was done by LSU and the Skin Foundation was on a melanoma, and it showed that reduced melanoma. And so the Skin Foundation said you need to put this in a product that people can put on topically. And when that happens, you see phenomenal changes, like at the bottom here, of individuals, fine lines and wrinkles, but it's doing it by truly helping the cells heal and repair. Phenomenal ability, and everybody's putting stuff on their face, and it's not designed to activate nerve 2. Well, we're doing that. We know it's activating nerve 2, so we're getting the cells healthier, so you're getting improvement in not only how it looks, but how your cells are able to combat the influences around the radiation, everything that they're exposed to. There's one specifically for dogs. So for those of you pet lovers, nerve 2 activation for dogs. They're this skincare line that just released. And if you start looking out there online and talk to whoever invited you, the phenomenal change that we're seeing in people's hair is unbelievable. So people are looking for better ways and better products to be able to maximize their health. And what you're seeing throughout this, hopefully you're seeing a way to not only be healthy on the inside, healthy on the outside so we can feel good, look good, and perform phenomenally. These products allow us to biohack all these different systems that we have available to us through specific products that are studied and researched, so we're not having to guess if they work. And that's what you're seeing happening with here. There's a little story on this. My wife got phenomenal hair. What she noticed with this, and she really not think she noticed a difference with her hair, she literally has to do it so she can curl her hair one day and it maintains for 4 to 5 days, where before she had to do something every day to maintain it. So the health of the cells allowed her body to maintain and hold out, not having to do all the harsh chemicals and stuff to it. It's phenomenal. So what you're seeing here is specific products. And what I hope you did is you heard me talk about this a little bit, you thought about individuals in your life that are struggling with health issues that maybe they haven't had answers to. So we don't want to say, hey, this product for that. What I want you to understand is your body can heal and repair itself, and it really is trying right now. But if it's not able to do that, it's because there's more breakdown going on than build up. There's more toxins going on than you can get rid of, right? There's less repair going on than your body can keep up with. Your body is wanting to heal stuff, but it's having to heal what it has to until it can heal what it wants to. What we have is a solution to activate your body's ability hair through the vitality, yourself, through the vitality stack, the skin, through true science, your four-legged friends, your brain, and for weight management, and now with the hair. So we have phenomenal ways to tie into that depending on what you're looking for. Okay, the price is right here. One thing I love about this company is whether or not you can get the product for the same price, whether you're a customer or distributor. Super easy to get. It ships directly to you. You can get it 1 month, turn it off the next if you don't want it. For me and my family, we're going to take it forever and always, unless there's some new research that shows there's something that's more effective. In the last 25 years of being around clinical nutrition, I haven't seen anything like this. So it's going to be a while before anything catches up. And what we're doing, we're not trying to catch up to anybody. We're setting the bar and we're leading the pack. And you just heard about that 10-year study. You're 10 years ahead of anybody else. So I'm grateful to have this knowledge to help me and my family now, because where are you going to be in 10 years from now? So you're one of the first people really to know about this opportunity to help themselves and their family and friends, and the effect it can have, and what I've seen happen with people. It's phenomenal. So let me show you a couple quick things what happened with the company, because here we are, that aired in 2005, here we are in 2018. So what's happened that time period? Well, you think about 2005, we've had 10 years, so that's why we've got 10-year studies. But if this is your first time you've ever heard about it, well, let me tell you a little bit what's happened since. There are tons of studies, publicly traded on NASDAQ. It's got phenomenal leadership from a company standpoint. We're in all these countries, plus we have the technology of how to build a business. I talked to somebody early this week. He built a huge business in Amway years and years ago. It's all kind of fallen apart because they were actually at the beginning where they tried to do online, and it kind of fell apart at that time. We have everything we need at our fingertips to build this business through our phones. I love how easy and convenient that is, because if you're seeing more people are looking for ways to have other business. I can't tell how many people, even my office here, there's 2 of my employees that work here that also drive Uber on weekends and Lyft. They're looking for other ways to bring revenue into their families, because what they're doing currently isn't enough, right? So there are people out there looking for other ways to generate revenue, because that is one of the biggest stressors that we have. It's super easy to get products and send it to people. I want to show you some of the things with network marketing, because I was not familiar with network marketing than what I had heard. Every year it gets bigger, the amount of billions of dollars that are sold through network marketing channels. There's a thing called timing, as far as like in real estate, we always say it location, location, location. When it comes to businesses, we talk about timing. So imagine if you could have known what Apple would do 15 years ago, would you have gone back in time, put some money into the stock in Apple? Or if you would have known, 15 years ago what Facebook had done, would you have gone in there and invested in that? Like, who wouldn't, right? So what you get to know right now with Lifevantage, if this is your first exposure to that and your first exposure to nutrigenomics, and the products make sense to you, please take them. Because they only work when they're in you. And they work every time you take them. And if your body's been under stress a long period of time, it might take a while before it gets back where it should. But I also want you to know, if you're looking for a business opportunity or a place to be able to, to put some time and energy to create some other financial freedom for you and your family, then this might be it. No, so what we have is a public traded company. Hardly anybody knows about it. Okay. And yet everybody needs these products, and there's nobody else really playing in that space. So the question is what did it take to build this business? Okay, so what the business involves is that it's sharing the product. So things like this, we get people to listen to a call, we talk about different products, and you get on the product. We don't make money unless we move product. There are different ways you get involved in the business. There's different packs, gold, silver, or platinum pack. It all had to do with the amount of product you want that allows you to become a distributor. What I love is that with my phone and my computer and my platinum pack, I have everything I need to run my business. And that's it. And really my overhead to do business is the cost of me taking product. That is it. Being involved in traditional business my whole life, it's a lot of overhead to run a practice. Just to run a practice, to have a building, to have employees, and also a lot of stress with this. This is super easy. Your army is your army that you help collect and help have success, all right? And you help them have success by sharing the product. The products, when people start taking and experience it, it continues to sell itself. But the more exposure you have, the faster your business is going to go. You get paid weekly and you get paid monthly. I love that because somebody has a part-time. When I started 4 years ago, this is a part-time thing to me. My primary income was coming from my practice. And on the last 4 years, I've teamed up with people like Kerry Williams and many of the other people in the company that have taught me how to do the business and how to share this information. Here we are now sharing with many of you that I don't even know, in hopes that somebody will see this tonight. See, I want to take that product, have massive results for their families and their friends that have been looking for answers for a long time. And there are people on this call right now that I know that are struggling with health, that are like looking like maybe this can work for you. Give it time. In my opinion, a minimum of 6 months. I say you're 6 months and let the magic happen and watch what happens. But the same thing is true with the business. If you're like, you know what, I'm looking for something else. This is the beginning of 2019. I want 2019 to be different than 2018. And you want to look at putting a small investment in and put time in and helping build something that could last for generations, this could be it. Get your question answered. The way this company's set up, the more people you expose us to, the faster, the more successful you help them become, the more money you help them generate, the more money you generate. Okay. What I love about the business, this one too, is the fact that there's a revenue sharing. So no matter what group you're in, which is very unique to Never Mind, no matter what group you're in, when you hit certain ranks, everybody shares in that pool. So no matter who's on this call, as an elite, I share a small amount of everything that you do, which I love, because then please, everybody come. And it creates a culture in the company where everybody wants to share and work together. Let me just show you this picture. And if you want to take a screenshot of that, please do. This will be recorded. But what you'll see from here is down this column here, it talks about the monthly average income that distributors make. The distributor ranking is based on the volume it goes to their group. So a Pro 1 distributor does an average of $1,000 in volume for their group. That's an extra, $80 a month. Who do you know that $80 a month will make a difference? How about a Pro 3? Pro 3 has 5,000 volume go with their group. That's an extra $600 a month. You guys, think about that. That's like $7,200 a year. When was the last time you got a $7,200 raise? That doesn't happen, okay? And that's for a small amount of work, okay? Pro 5, extra $2,500 a month. Pro 7, $11,000. And then you get these numbers, Pro 8s, Pro 9s, Pro 10s, Pro 7, where the elite pools start, and Pro 10s. Look at what that people at the top of the company are making residually a month. And there's a difference between residual income and leverage income. And it's just this. We've been taught, and I was taught this same thing. My dad was taught, and he taught us, I'm going to work you so hard, all you can think about is school. So he went to school, and that's what we did. And we worked hard, and we've been successful at that. But it took me, until I was 26 years old before I had my education completed, where I could now begin practice, and paid a lot of money to get there. Okay, that's normal. And then we spent on working anywhere from 30 to 50 years before then you can, hopefully retire and save enough to live on less than you were earning. That's the retirement golden years. Well, network marketing is a different model. You're still going to learn. Okay, but what if you condense that 30-year career down into 4 to 5 years or less? Would it be worth it? So I've been practicing for 18 years starting next month. Starting my 19th year. In 4 years with doing network marketing, I've created help, with all the help that I've had and the teaching and training I've had, I now have a place where I've created an income that's well over $100,000 a year after working at 4 years of residual. With my other job, if I don't work, I don't make money. With Lifevantage, the more you build it up and the more it runs on its own, you can be anywhere in the world and still make money. And then you have more life to live and more impact to make. What I mean by impact to make, think about these. Never depend on one single income, make an investment of time and effort to create a second source. We just came back from Mexico building homes. That's part of what Lifevantage does, called Lifevantage Legacy. We need a lot of people sharing this product because there's a lot of people that need this product, that are looking for this product because it's going to help them with their health, the things they've been struggling with. We also need a lot of people to earn a lot of money because there are a lot of people out there that are struggling that we can help if we had the financial resources and the time to do that. What a powerful thing it was for me to be down there in Mexico, knowing that I get to be a part of something where we're building homes for families, that we're able to move from basically a plywood house to a nice house to where they feel safe and their kids can get education because of a network marketing company that on their back end is helping a lot of people through their products. That's what we get to be a part of with Lifevantage. So guys, appreciate you hopping on the call. Sorry for the little technology glitch there, but I want you to end with this. Do something. Get with the person that invited you. Just let them know where you're at. Say, you know what? Hey, that product, that really makes sense. What else? What would you have me start with? What do you think I need to do? And do it. And you ask the question, if you could help, if you could repair faster, have better energy, function, better, which of those products make sense to you, and do those. Their effects are cumulative, and the more products you add, the effects are cumulative. But if you're also looking for a change in your life, where you want to be around like-minded people that are there to impact and help and change lives and improve people, and you're looking for a second source of income, just get with who invited you to see if it's a fit. It may or may not be a fit. But for those of you that it's maybe not a fit for, but you're thinking about a friend that it would be a fit for, share that also with the person that invited you and let them maybe go to work with them to help them and create that impact. We need a lot of people to do this. Guys, appreciate you. Look forward to a fantastic year. Look forward to seeing many of you guys here in South Carolina in just a couple weeks. Have a great night. I'm going to stop the share and the recording.